OK David, the blinds have arrived. Where do we start?
The first thing to do is to carefully unpackage the blind to avoid any damage. Inside the box you should find the blind,
Right.
a set of instructions and some universal brackets.
What are universal brackets?
Universal brackets are brackets that allow you to fix this way, which is face fix,
Okay.
this way, which is top fix, or in
Right.
fact this way, which is side fix.
How do I decide which option to go for, David?
The first thing to do is to assess the recess. Look for any obstructions like
Right.
window handles.
Okay.
PVC windows tend to have handles that stick out about 5 centimetres. If there are obstructions, what you need to do is to factor that into the positioning of the brackets.
Right.
Ideally, you should be looking for about 1 centimetre's clearance on any obstruction.
OK.
In this case, there are no obstructions, so what I would recommend is actually face fixing.
OK, I'm ready to fit the blind. So what equipment do I need?
You need a good spirit level,
OK.
a decent tape measure, a pencil, a screwdriver and a drill with relevant drill bits, depending on what the fixings are. For a roller blind, you fit the control side bracket first. Put the bracket to the side of the recess, making sure there is a gap above the bracket so that the blind clears the top of the recess. Mark the holes and then pre-drill at these points. You can then fix the bracket. Insert the blind onto the first bracket, holding other bracket on opposite end. Hold this to the frame and level off. Mark the points, remove the blind, holding bracket in place, mark and drill. Fix this bracket to the frame, put the blind onto the first bracket, insert the pin end into the hole, slide pin into bracket. Your blind is now fitted.
That's great, David. The roll is fitted now. Shall we move on to the wood Venetian?
Okay, the first thing we need to do is set the height of the blind.
Okay.
And we do that by looking at the drop you ordered the blind from, which was
Right.
1310.
Yeah.
We measure up from the sill and then we make a mark on the wall. The next thing to do is to actually hold the blind up to that mark and centre it on the window. Okay, so that's centred. Mark the point on the wall and drop the blind back down. Now that you've established the height and width of the blind, hold the first box bracket up to those points, mark and drill the holes and fix the bracket to the wall or the appropriate surface. Using the spirit level, work your way across the blind, fixing the relevant support brackets until you get to the opposite end and the final box bracket. Your bracket should now be in the correct position and levelled. Open up the front of the box brackets and slide the blind in. Close the box brackets. Slide the pelmet clips onto the headrail and insert the pelmet onto the clips. Bingo.
Fantastic. The blinds look great, David. Thank you.